Now we move on to that Eyewitness News exclusive. A New York City cop busted for falsifying evidence and arrests. The narcotics detective claiming he bought drugs from people he then arrested. But prosecutors say it was all a lie. Investigative reporter Jim Hoffer is here with the exclusive report. Jim?
Bill and Liz, an undercover narcotics detective out of Queens, is facing dozens of counts of falsifying records and making bogus arrests. Arrests that, according to the indictment, led to innocent people being accused of selling drugs. I just wanted to ask you about the charges. You're telling me you have no comment?
I have no comment about the charges.
NYPD narcotics detective Adolph Osback knows he could be facing years behind bars if found guilty of charges detailed in this 48-count indictment obtained exclusively by Eyewitness News. It alleges that the undercover detective repeatedly filed false reports about having bought drugs from people whom he then had arrested. You have a long list of charges against you. You have nothing to say about it, detective?
I have nothing to say about it, sir. Among
the charges, falsifying records, perjury, and unlawful imprisonment, in which it's alleged he had 5 people falsely arrested on drug charges. Some of those arrests occurred in the 110th precinct in Elmhurst, Queens. It's the same precinct where back in 2008, 2 brothers, Maximo and Jose Colon, were falsely accused of selling cocaine by 2 undercover narcotics detectives. The brothers got a $300,000 settlement from the city. A federal judge in that case slammed the NYPD for what he called widespread falsification by arresting police officers.
I think it happens a lot more than we think.
Rochelle Berliner was the attorney for the falsely accused Colon brothers. She says this latest indictment of an officer seems to back the judge's claims of a widespread problem, which she believes is caused by intense pressure to make arrests.
He's getting overtime and he's getting numbers. Sometimes the undercovers are expected to perform whether there are quotas or just expectations in order to be able to remain as an undercover officer.
The NYPD denies the existence of quotas or punishment for failure to make numbers, but with each arrest of an officer comes more questions about what's corrupting some cops. What about these false arrests? What do you make of it?
You just said yourself.
Are the allegations true?
Absolutely not.
We've also learned that 3 days ago, Detective Osback was indicted by the Brooklyn DA on similar charges of falsifying arrest records. Despite 2 separate indictments now, an NYPD spokesperson telling us this is an isolated case and not likely to involve other officers. Now, if you have an issue you'd like us to investigate, please give our tip line a call at 877-TIP-NEWS. You may also email us directly at the.investigators@abc.com. Bill and Liz, of course, this all raising the question, serious questions about the legitimacy of all of this detective's arrests.
And raising the quota issue once again.
That's true.
Thank you, Jim.
Jim, thank you.